Damn, that was quick.
I know that was quick.
Welcome to. I was gonna say welcome back, but we're not back. We're here. Well, I guess we're here. We did one show, but that wasn't live.
Yeah, this is live.
But today we're live, and welcome to Perception Theory. Let's get rid of this background. Boy, let's lock that damn thing out. Lock those so we don't have to see it.
I know.
There we go. So if probably a lot of people don't even know that we're on, and that's fine.
Not yet, anyway.
But anyway, so it's going. So it's a new show. Now, some people might ask, what the hell is the difference between this piece of crap and the piece of crap we did before? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. This one's going to be a little more, I'm going to say a little more serious, but it's not going to be completely serious because, I mean, whatever. Ed is indisposed today.
He's with his wife.
This is damn wife. So yeah, so I decided that we're going to go live, and we're just going to kick it in the ass, and then we'll see what happens. Let me just go on. We'll go on Discord just to see if anybody's around, and just let them know. Oh, so look, restream on the. Pops it right up.
Oh, how about that?
Maybe we'll keep.
Isn't that nice?
Maybe we'll keep restream. Although it does say we're going to go live, blah blah blah. So what I'll change that to is, hey, we're now live or something.
There you go.
And stuff. So anyway, that's what we're doing. So the thing we're going to do is we're going to focus on our actual stuff going on in the world today, current events and news and stuff like that. But we're going to take a humorous view at it because you can't make this shit up.
No.
So if anybody, well, probably nobody. If anybody was ever with us at Conformity Antidote, when we started Conformity Antidote, it's basically the same format, basically.
It's like an amalgam, I guess.
Oh, that's a big word.
Amalgam. I know. I can't. Don't ask me to spell it. I failed spelling bees in school.
That wasn't the only thing you failed in school.
Well, that's true. Well, that's because I never showed up for class.
And even when you did show up for class, you got in trouble.
Yeah, I wonder why. Yes, we know why.
We always looked to blame others.
I know. I took responsibility when it was necessary.
I know I did. I did my fair share. Let me hit up Roderick, because the 2:00 might have threw him off.
Yes,
because I actually did pick 2:00 to be a little earlier for those people.
Now we're not interfering with Songs and Thongs, are we?
That is a good question. Let's see if Songs and Thongs has something going on, because obviously we'll be second fiddle.
Yes, our Back to Bedlam friends, you are also devoted followers of Songs and Thongs, which they should be. But we just got to make sure see if they're on at the same time or not.
They were on. Well, that's 1 month ago. Oh, this is the wrong channel. They have like 2 channels. Hold on.
So bear with us.
They have Bear. So it was live stream. There we go. Live 2 days ago. Nope, they're not on. So let's find out where everybody is.
Well, it is St. Patrick's Day.
Oh,
they're probably half.
Roger's probably
even though he's Welsh. But they're all Irish. Like on St. Patrick's Day.
They use the excuse. That's really what it is. Let me just see if he's oh, he is active. We're live. Pass the word.
He's probably like, I'm drunk.
He's green though. Get it?
Green.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's rock and roll.
I had my Lucky Charms this morning.
I bet you didn't. What was his name?
That's enough of that. It's stupid. I'm like flipping it on. Some of the stupidest movie. Now, those of you who watch this, we love our horror films. But I tell you what, some of the one of the series that is so just that went completely beyond stupid. I mean, it was stupid to begin with, but then it went beyond stupid. It was the Leprechaun. I was like, I'm flipping around, and it's like Leprechaun in the Hood was on, and it's like I just busted up laughing because I mean, all the stereotypes back then of the Hood, you know, that they had the sisters out there, and they're like talking about getting their nails done in a garbage can with fire. They were like, and it was like,
did the Leprechaun was at least wearing
not yet
chains and shit?
But he does in there. Then they had Leprechaun in space, and the first one,
Leprechaun in space.
Yeah, they had. I think that was like part 4, 5, 6, whatever the hell.
That was like, was it Jason X where he was in
something
space?
Like that. But I mean, the first Leprechaun was okay. It had Jennifer. That was like the Jennifer Aniston's first film, I think. But then it was just.
She really skyrocketed from there, though.
I know. Certainly, she certainly did.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
we have to fix this background. It's
so for anybody's Irish out there that watches later, happy St. Patrick's Day, whatever. It's just an excuse here to get drunk,
pretty much,
and eat corned beef and cabbage. Which I love corned beef, but not the cabbage.
It was Rodri. Is that N-E? That's not supposed to be the N-word, is it?
Ne'er-do-well. Huh?
That's not supposed to be the N-word, is it?
No. No. That's Rodri's N-word. Hello, Rodri. Welcome to our show. Welcome to the show, the new show.
Perception Theory. And like we were saying before, to everybody else, is like, what's the difference between this crap and the other crap?
This crap's a little cleaner.
A little bit more serious, but not completely serious because we're not. That's not who we are.
And now for something completely different. Little Monty Python. And, you know, we were saying earlier, too, Rodri, or for those who missed this or whatever, Evil Ed couldn't be with the show this week, so he'll be back eventually, maybe, someday.
This crap goes up to 11.
Yes. That was, speaking of which, I love it. It was all that IFC played, this is Spinal Tap. I had like a marathon the other day.
I know they are making it, but I mean, it's.
We'll have to wait and see. They're making a sequel.
But see, it's like Coming to America 2, right? You had 5,000 years between the two, and it's just like you've lost.
Well, the only thing I can hope is they're making fun of the fact that they're old geezers now, because I think they're all in their 70s, and they're like, hopefully they're making fun of these old rockers that are still around trying to do something.
Hopefully it goes well, because sometimes when you have old people making fun of old people and doing the writing, sometimes it doesn't come out too funny.
That is true.
I'm just saying.
So keep our fingers crossed.
All right. So
moving right along.
So we're going to and see in this show too, we're not doing announcements of anything. If you want to focus on that or whatever, you know what the channels are or the website and everything else, go check it out. This is strictly
drop us a line.
The show.
Yes.
All right. So we are going to start out in the wonderful state of Colorado. Now, the thing about this show is, like we said before, we're going over current events, things going on in the world, actual things, and then making fun of it.
Yeah. Put our slant on it. As only we can.
And we make fun of everything. So, speaking of which, we are now in the lovely state of Colorado, and Colorado could become the first state to build separate prison units. Now we have women. Hey, what's up, Dutch? So we already have women's prisons, and we have men's prisons.
Correct.
Now, what else could we possibly do besides that? Well,
children's prisons.
So glad you asked. Colorado is going to build separate prison units for, yes, transgender felons. And they're calling them transimates. Instead of inmates, they're calling transinmates. Yeah, Roger, those who can't make up their mind. So Colorado is poised to become the first state in the country with segregated holding cells for transgender women in prison. And the judge is looking to sign off on it because this is part of a class action suit from 2019 where they said that they were threatened and were worried about rapes and everything else. Well, I mean, that's just regular prison. I
was going to say that has nothing to do with sexual orientation or whatever. I just
you could be straight up
straight. You could be straight as an arrow and still have to worry about that.
You're still going to yeah. And so it's like it's nothing new. And I'm not saying I'm not saying I approve of it, but it's just like, bruh.
No, it's like they're thinking this is something that's like all of a sudden it just materialized out of thin air because of the transgenders being put in jail.
They will be.
Yeah, they'll be straight up all right.
But that's kind of where I have an issue. It's like, so they've had like let's just say you get people in prison. Let's say you get some little dude, right? Can't really defend himself too much. You think that they like, okay, well, they're going to put him in a different whole block or something? No. He's in there and he's getting accosted and assaulted and everything else you can think of. And that's been for decades and decades and decades. And now all of a sudden we're going to now it's becoming an issue. How about what if they're actually like selling it?
Selling what?
So,
well,
you know what? I might agree with that one, Dutch, because if it is a dude that dresses like a woman and then gets put in the women's prison,
well, see, I think that's a lot. There's been issues already with that.
Hell yeah.
But then again. So, and that's also true, but there's also issues where it comes to guards, okay, raping women, inmates, male guards, because they have that power over them. We've actually had a couple cases, not relatively recent, about that too. So it's a mess.
And they even have ones that actually run their own little ring.
Yes.
Ring
around the rosy.
So the consent decree, a court-ordered settlement legal dispute that says we need to.
My name is Rhoda. I demand Rhoda.
Rhoda.
It should be Maud.
So several plaintiffs are seeking judicial approval of consent decree to change their accommodations in the prison. Now let's meet a few of these lovely young ladies. They may suck you dry.
All right, Dutch.
Here we go. Now let's see here. We have
okay. So
yes,
right off the bat, it's like, come on. At least the other three, or at least made an attempt.
So here from left would be over there. So here we have Corin Raven, who goes by Candace.
Mm-hmm.
Next we have Keith Rivers, who goes by, this is Keith, goes by Cupcake.
Cupcake. It looked like that muffin. Something happened with that cupcake. What's up with them eyebrows?
He wants to cling on. No shit.
Go on.
Next, we have Andre Carpiz, who goes by Lavinia. This is Lavinia. And last, but certainly not least, we have Jordan Galante, who goes by Jane.
Okay. Out of all of these, I could believe that that's a female. These.
So this one would be first. The one way on the left, I would say second.
Right. Then it's between the Klingon and
then you got Klingon and Cupcake
Lavinia.
and Lavinia. Who wants to? What the?
Rodri.
So Keith, known as Cupcake, is currently serving life sentence for murdering a victim outside of a tavern. Well, when you murder somebody, you still should keep all kind of rights and privileges, and you should have your own cell block. He has Cupcake, which is here, has made numerous requests to have the surgery. And she longs for competent talk therapy related to her gender dysphoria.
I'd be happy to give her surgery. Just put her in Gen Pop and give him a little shank. Oh. And I'm sure somebody there can do the surgery.
Well, it looks like they had a little surgery on them eyebrows.
No shit. I wonder if there's. I wonder if that's tats. I wonder if she got that tatted on.
I don't know, but
you know what? He got it tatted on, whatever it is.
I do love the fact that they got the hair going on there, but she's got that hairline like Snoop Dogg and Stevie Wonder, where it's all the way back behind her.
With the rusty knife does not count. Well, that's not fair.
You got to take what you can get.
And it's not a Dutch. It's not a rusty knife. It's a piece of a mirror that they fashioned into a.
Or one of the struts off my bed. Thought I'd been grinding down on the concrete for the last 2 months. All right, what else we got? Oh, so now we have Andre Carpes, who is Lavinia here, Sweet Pea with the lipstick on. Serving a life sentence without the possibility of parole for first-degree murder. Currently being held at... Now, he, yes, I'm saying he, go screw yourself, is being held in the Denver Women's Correctional Facility. And, and just by looking at it, looks like he probably could be a decent-sized dude.
Yes.
Right?
He looks like he could be a full-figured gal.
What was that store?
A Fashion Bug.
Fashion Bug Plus.
Fashion Bug Plus.
He began hormone replacement therapy. You might want to up the dosage. I
think he's missed a couple doses. They need to up it.
He's living constant fear of being raped in male facilities.
You would think he would enjoy that, though. Not being raped, but nobody enjoys that.
Yeah,
but I mean, finding the companionship of other male. All right, I'm going to tell you right now.
Well, maybe he's transgender but likes ladies. I don't know. I don't know.
That's possible.
I don't know.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, it's a free for all in prison, and if these like men. All you had to do is go to a male prison, and they'd be like, they'd be the shit. They would be the cat's meow. All they would have to do is go with some head gangbanger.
Yep,
that's my bitch right there.
Yep,
does my underwear, all this other shit. Don't mess with her, and they'd be safe. They'd be good to go. Ride it out.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like what?
But anyway, well, we know why they're trying to do what they're doing. For the most part.
Yes. Let's see. We had now Jane.
Where's Tarzan?
It's nice to see Tex without the Shirley Temple. People weren't really big on the wig.
Well, I was that one kind of got a little old. I like my earlier hair, but that one was like that one made me look like a psychopath or something.
Yeah, that made you know what? It made you look like the Hills Have Eyes dude.
I know
that smoking in the boys' room video.
Michael Berryman. I did. That's what I was thinking too.
So Lavinia is also serving a life sentence for first-degree murder. Oh, no, that was Lavinia. Sorry, I'm on the next one. I'm on Jane, serving prison for attempted suicide by cop and assault. Apparently Jane lives in a constant state of anxiety and depression due to lack of medical treatment and his persistent fear of sexual assault and a violent death. But so again, and I'm not trying to be a dick.
What is that? Is that pub or bub or dub
or dab?
What's that?
So I'm not trying to be a dick here, but the point I'm trying to make is like we made before, is there are guys in prison, like smaller dudes or ones that can't defend themselves. They're in the same thing. They're in constant fear of being either raped or have the shit kicked out of them. So why are these people rights more important than the other ones, than the other guys who are in fear of getting the shit kicked out of them every damn day too? I don't understand. That's what I don't understand.
Well,
I mean, I do understand, believe me, but
what I kind of don't understand either is state prisons, I think, for the most part, some state prisons actually have, I guess, a segregated area for, I guess for like LGBTQ people and, like sex offenders or whatever to get them away from general pop. Okay, but I don't get this whole. My thing is this: is these guys that are trying to get into female prisons. My thing is this: if you still got a penis, you ain't getting anywhere near a woman's prison. Now, if you have the surgery and you go snip snip and your boys are gone, it's gone, testicles are gone, then it's like okay. But until that time, no.
Maybe shave Adam's apple down a little bit. But yeah, no,
get that belt sander.
I agree, but that's my point. It's like, but you got dudes that have been in prisons for decades who are afraid. Like you said, maybe not a sex offender or something else, but maybe they're just smaller or weaker or whatever it is, and they have to constantly be in fear of.
Well, yeah, because you do get like white collar dudes, that sit there and they got embezzled some money or whatever. They haven't went to the gym in like their whole life, and then they get thrown in prison with Butch, the drug running gangbanger,
And that's what I'm saying.
And that's a cellmate right there. So it's like,
and if those people would say something, then everybody would say, "Well, sorry about your damn luck."
Well, then you can't say anything either because snitches get stitches, bitches get snitches. Yes,
or stitches too, and bitches.
Yeah,
but again, we're accommodating people with a complete different.
My thing is that so every prison, every state prison, every federal prison has segregation, or has what do they call it? Segregation, solitary.
Oh,
they all have solitary. Now, it's not the solitary that you think, where you're like on the movies where they're going down to the basement and they're like, it's like Sylvester Stallone where they're locked. Yeah, but they have solitary, or they have a place where you're away from general population. And that's my thing. Okay, if you're in fear of, if you're that afraid of going to the male because you're a male, until you have the surgery, I'm sorry, you're a male. And if you're that afraid, then you can go to solitary. But that's your decision. Okay, so, all right, if you go to solitary, you got to know that you're not going to have really any involvement with anybody else other than the guards and maybe the other inmates that are in that same area. You're not going to be able to go to the yard. You're not going to be able to do all this other shit that everybody else does. But that's a decision that you have to make. So do you want to do that, or you want to go to general pop? But I think to accommodate, well, what are you going to do? Have like a whole floor with just two people?
I don't
the people on that whole floor.
I don't know how big. I'll put it this way: if they end up doing that, if I'm one of these little dudes that
I'm a
just
female.
whatever, I identify as a female, put me over there.
Yep. I'd be.
Yeah, but who's to say none of these dudes are going to end up butt fucking you either?
Exactly.
I mean, seriously. But it's like I said. Anyway, long story short, guys have been dealing with that bullshit, for decades and decades, and it's just like, well, who gives a shit?
Right.
It's what the response has been. Now all of a sudden we're going to build a whole new block.
Well, it's like, okay, now, so what did they do? My question is, because we're kind of concentrating here on the men that think they're females or transitioning to females. What about females that want to transition to men? Do they get the same? So my thing is, let's flip it around. Okay, you've got Jane, the real Jane, who wants to be Jim, and has been taking male hormones. She has a full beard or mustache or whatever. She had the mastectomy where she had her boobs removed and the whole 9 yards. And she goes out and runs amok and, shoots up the town or whatever. It's like, where are you going to put her? What if she wants to go to the male prison? They'll send me to the male prison. Or are you going to send her to the female prison?
Because you send her to the male prison, even if let's just say she's butch and everything else, she still has a vagina. Those dudes will be all over it.
Imagine all your male tools still there, getting locked up in a women's prison and being 100% not into women. You think they still get raped? Who, the ladies, the female inmates? I would probably.
He's saying maybe he's talking about the dude.
Or the dude. Well, it's a good Hey, if you got, there's butches in the female prison too.
Even if he's not into women, if I don't know, maybe a bunch of women hold him down and he's stimulated and up.
They got tired of using the
broomstick.
Yeah, they want the real thing. But still, yeah. So that's it. I don't know.
That's good. That's a good question.
But I will say this too: if he's still, guys are guys. I don't care. I'm sorry. He still has the hormones, running around. He's still going to want to get his rocks off. So even if he's not necessarily into women, I think, hey, I don't know if you've seen most women in women's prisons. Most of them look like men anyway. That's like basic. But that's like basic training.
But if he gets aroused, it's
always the possibility.
It is
always the possibility always exists. Let's put it that way.
It does. Now we're talking to do with Candace over there, all the way down, and currently serving 2 separate assault charges, aggravated assault. So she really would probably beat somebody with some kind of weapon. It's scheduled to be released in 2026.
Oh, that's right around the corner.
Give me a call, girl. Guy.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if she's going to be on Plenty of Fish.
Or Grinder.
Mm-hmm.
Or Tender.
Tender. Take your pick. Depends
or
on what
Nugget.
Side. Nugget. That's a new one.
He said tenders. I thought maybe nuggets.
I was going to say, that's a new one.
So here's my problem, and again, so they're talking about that they want to do it for lack of medical treatment for mental health, for anxiety and fear stuff. Guys have been dealing with that shit for freaking decades, and nobody gives a shit. Guys are committing suicide in prison. Yes. Nobody gives a shit. But now all of a sudden we get to this kind of point, and now all of a sudden it's a whole freaking effort.
Right. Yeah, we got bent over. Well, it's just that. And we all know the system's overwhelmed. They do have medical stuff in these facilities or whatever, but when you're dealing with they have one doctor that deals with like 300 people. That's not a good ratio.
It's not.
And you have 2 psychologists that deal with like the whole prison population. 2,000 or like 1,000 people or however big the prison is, and it's like there again, the ratio is not. But the state, for the most part, and including the feds, don't want to hire that. They don't want. It's not necessary.
It's not so brave new world. Come on, you know this. No, yeah, I know, and it's just like
my thing. My thing with this whole scenario is this: whatever sex you identified as when you committed the crime, that is where you're going to be doing the time. So if let's say here,
Cupcake,
Andre, where's Cupcake? If Keith, right here, Cupcake, if he was Keith and committed, what did he do to commit the murder?
He was murdered.
Yeah, life sentence. So for murdering in 1999, if he was a dude in 1999. Then, and he said he was a dude and went to court as Keith on the docket. It was Keith. Then guess what? You're going to a male prison, buddy.
Keith.
So whatever you decide to do inside prison, well, you know, that's your choice. However they decide to deal with you, but you're not going to get a special accommodation. You're not going to go to the female prison. That's my thing.
Put Keith. That is Keith.
That is Keith.
Keith is Worf.
Keith is Worf.
But see, here's my okay. Again, my thing is, you've murdered people or whatever it is you've assaulted. So you've created a crime. You've taken a life.
Right.
You've caused fear and this and the other. But then now when it comes time for you to pay the consequences, well, no, excuse me, but I'm feeling a little bit of anxiety. You're in fucking prison, you asshole.
Yeah.
For killing somebody.
You should be feeling anxiety. You should not be comfortable. And you know what? Okay, so my thing is this too. Okay, so this happened in 99. So how long ago was that? That was over 20 years ago.
99.
Yeah, 2009 is 10. 2019 is 20.
Yeah, about 24, 25.
Yeah, 25 years ago, somewhere like that.
24 years ago. Anyway.
So 20 plus years ago, and now all of a sudden this has come up? No. It's to me that's not that's where I draw the line on this whole thing, and that's where these people are trying to game this. Not everybody, but a majority are trying to game the system, where they're trying to go from one place to another place because they think their bid's going to be easier or whatever, and so take advantage of the system.
So he's 46. All right, Cupcake there. 46. Came out in 2004 as whatever. All right, so that's still 5 years after you got arrested, but that's still 20, 30 year whatever since you were like
right.
Say like 10 or something, and you haven't done,
And see, he could have been for as far as we know, he could have been a player up until that time, and he got turned into a bitch while in prison. No offense.
Not with them eyebrows. He wasn't a player.
No, that was after the fact. That's when they had him. That's when somebody. That's when Leroy had him. I like you in these eyebrows right here. I'm gonna paint these right on your face.
I want. You need some hair. I want that baldness. You think old Lavinia here would grow that hair? I mean,
no shit. I mean, you don't look. You look like
except
absolutely,
for the lip gloss.
Yeah, but still, there's plenty of dudes walking around nowadays with lip gloss. These metrosexuals and stuff,
and the painted nails.
Which I
don't get.
This whole you notice that almost all these 20-year-olds, I see all these 20-year-olds now. Every single one of them are painting their nails. I'm like,
I don't get it.
I'm like, I don't know.
It's a free country, but
I know we're older than dirt, but
I don't
still.
get it.
If I have to go to the ladies section to get my, oh honey, that would look great on you. Well, thanks. Can I get the pearl sheen or the mother of pearl collar, please?
Get some gels. That way they won't flake off.
Along with some Lee press-ons.
According to one of the attorneys that are representing the plaintiffs, Paula Greason, the decree is designed to bring new safety measures to protect these women, they're not women, from victimization in the men's prisons. So how about
moisturize?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So what about victimization for
everybody
other
else?
dudes?
Oh, they don't give a shit about them. That is an extremely valid point.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, so there again, you're taking this group, but what about everybody else? What about people that are weaker or whatever? You know, so then you're going to have. Well, see, what this could do is open up a can of worms, because you're right. Because then, because if the court sides with them, then if I were, especially some of those white collar criminals that are put into these penitentiaries with all these hard, like rapists, murderers, you know, and shit like that, gangbangers, drug dealers and shit, I'd be like, whoa, hey, I'm going to go to court. You put me, how about separating me?
I want a country club.
Exactly. Put me in a separate place, because I don't feel safe. I have anxiety.
You know what? I'm pansexual, so just put a revolving door on my cell, because I'm going to go back and forth.
Yes. Or I'm asexual. I don't think it's sex at all. So I shouldn't be around men or women.
That's right. I want to be in the A block by myself, or with other asexuals.
Asexuals.
Protect victimization. So also the career also allow the class members to transition to gender affirming housing at the women's facility to ensure that necessary medical and mental health treatment will be provided.
And this, okay, and another thing I have too.
Yeah, I thought you already had your thing.
I know, I have a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in prison for life without the possibility of parole, why are you doing the whole transition thing? Because no. You're not getting out. You're not going out in public. You can't have, technically, all laws prohibit, even though it happens anyway, but laws prohibit sexual contact in prisons anyway. So it's like, so you're taking money, which it costs money, people, to have this surgery, or to authorize this surgery when this person's in prison for life with no parole. That's like Charles Manson. Charles Manson decides that he wants to be a female. Okay, here's a wig and you can have this highlighter to highlight the swastika on your forehead.
Put some glitter on it.
Yes,
but see that allows me to not have anxiety and to live my life. You know what? You're in prison,
right?
You've given up certain rights. Okay, I'm not saying they should treat you like a freaking animal. I mean, with some people they should, but at the end of the day, you are in prison because you have broken the law. You've killed all but 3 of them have killed, or all but one of them has murdered somebody.
Yeah, you have taken the rights away from somebody else.
So maybe the person you killed would like to have a little bit better life, maybe a little bit better. Well, dead. So, no.
Right.
No.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I think my thing is this, and my final thought on this: you committed the crime as a male, you go to a male prison. If you have issue in general population, then they do have mechanisms in place where you can go into solitary or get yourself separated from general population. If you don't like it, then you've got to make that decision. You should not have anything special that doesn't exist, unless all of a sudden they start arresting like 1,000 transgender people. All of a sudden, Colorado's there's like a mass crime wave of a bunch of transgender people are starting to whacking cis people,
or stealing all the Sephora.
Yeah, damn it, or moisturizer. But no, you shouldn't. You had the choices are already there. The mechanisms are already in place. That's my thing. And in some states also, they also have what they call hospital prisons, or what they call medical prisons. Go there. If the judge doesn't send you there, then you deal with the judge, and that then you go through the appeal process or whatever. But a lot of states, I know the Fed system does. Here in the States, they have what they call medical prisons, where people that are have a lot of issues, especially mental, go to these prisons, and that's where they spend their time because they have special padded cells for them to bounce around in.
Yep. Just like Beretta said, don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You got that right.
Don't go to bed with no price on your head. And keep your eye on the sparrow.
Reverend.
All right, moving on. All right, now, before
that's some scary bunt. That's scary. Except for her. The one at the end, Jane. Jane was the only one that could. She'll be a survivor.
She got a nice mustache.
He's gonna be a survivor right there.
Got a nice mustache. You might want to trim. You might want to line that up a little bit.
That's true.
All right. So now we're going from prisons and inmates to the federal government of the United States. As amazing as they are.
That wonderful bureaucracy of ours.
Yes. So, and right now we are faced with all kinds of issues. Like you have Israel fighting Hamas, Israel and Palestine fighting each other. We got Chinese trade who are manipulating currencies, who are hacking, people, companies, what do you call it, intellectual properties. We got Haiti. Dude, there's freaking gang wars, bad. They're actually pulling people out of embassies because it's gotten warlords and shit. It's gotten so bad. Cartels are taking over the border. I mean, our border is just
they're doing a cha-cha across the damn thing.
Do you see that they had a video or a news crew was down there the other day and they had the people just coming over the border taking selfies.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, fuck. All right, and so forth and so on. So there's
a lot of stuff going on.
A lot of stuff going on. So our government, in their infinite wisdom, which one do you think they should be or which one do you think that they're tackling first? And so the one that they are tackling first, kudos to them, is this guy's such a fucking dumbass. So we probably should have went to this one first. Yes, the U.S. government is demanding that constantly broken down soft serve ice cream machines at McDonald's should be. Let's see how they word it. Fast food should be easily fixable, and they are in a letter to the U.S. Copyright Office, the Federal Trade Commission, because they got nothing else going on. Let's forget about all the shit going on with China and the tariffs and shit. But what we're going to do is we're going to send a letter to the Department of Justice. Antitrust called for exemptions for commercial soft serve machines, and there's the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. It's a law making it difficult for franchise owners to do their own repairs or to hire third-party repair technicians. So basically what we're saying is that the ice cream machines at McDonald's are proprietary, and there's only certain companies or whatever they're allowing to work on.
And I wonder where they're from.
Currently only technicians licensed by the company that makes the actually soft serve machines are allowed to do repairs. And apparently there's not many of them around, or at least obviously not as many as freaking McDonald's franchises you got out there. There's a McDonald's on every freaking square foot.
Especially around here. You drive every 5 miles or whatever, it's McDonald's, except for where I live.
And
you have
let me
to drive
just say
20
this.
miles to go to McDonald's.
For those of you who are disgusted by McDonald's, I'm going to throw the bullshit flag. Because let me tell you what, there's nothing better than a hot quarter pounder with cheese and bacon and some fries. Don't forget the bacon.
Well, yes.
Well, then don't go to McDonald's.
Yes, I don't go. Well, see, that's the thing, Dutch. It's
Go
like,
Dairy Queen.
Yeah, I don't go to McDonald's with my mindset on I'm going to McDonald's to get ice cream. No. I'm going to get my burger, like my fries, and and if afterwards I still have a little room, maybe. But I'm not. That's not like my priority.
Nah, I just might want to hit one of those hot apple pies, bruh.
Yeah.
Or when they're busting out every once in a while when they're busting out the McRib.
I love McRib.
I don't eat that shit. I do like a quarter pounder with cheese, but the McRib, that's where I draw a line. I put the McRib in the same category as the McFish or whatever the hell it is.
It's the Filet fish.
You do not get fish from McDonald's. Haven't been to Mickey D's in 2 years, probably, but still. Yeah. I tell you what, Dutch, I get it, but I'm telling you, the next time you get one of those quarter pounder with cheese and fries, you'll be like, oh my gosh. And I'm not saying you eat it every day or even every week.
No.
But every once in a while, man, you got to go hit one of them things.
Your stomach will be so happy.
It'll be like
your taste buds will be so happy. It'll be like,
greasy ass burger. I love it. So, and part of that is, of course, we have the Commander-in-Chief, who loves his ice cream, as you can see. It's dribbling down his damn chin, you stupid asshole fuck.
They don't have that at McDonald's, though.
No, they don't. And as you can see,
he's like two-fisting.
I was getting ready to say
he's two-fisting the ice creams.
I hear you, but money. What? Money?
Well, McDonald's, depending on where you live.
I know, but shit. I mean, it's cheaper than anybody else still, though.
Well, it's true.
Except for Taco Bell.
Or Five Guys. Well, no, it is cheaper than Five Guys.
Yeah.
Five Guys is crazy. Get the boiling hot coffee so you can sue them for burning your mouth like the lady did some years ago.
No, she didn't try to. She did. She actually won, which is...
That's why you had...
So, the actually, two people, one actually got it for burning the mouth. A second lady got paid because she put the hot coffee between her legs and then tried to take the lid off and I think put like cream and sugar or whatever it was, and it spilt and it burned her legs.
Well, that's
Last
good
time I paid about $18 for 3 burgers. Well, who's getting 3 burgers?
No shit. That's here. That $18. Well, $18 of 2 burgers and a drink, and that's still cheap.
I could get some great food for that money.
Well, yeah,
where?
But nobody. Where? Yeah, exactly.
Where were you at?
Not the Yeah, you can get the grocery store, but that means I have to make it. I don't want to do that.
But what you got up there? You got like, what's it? Pickled herring and
over there. What do you got in Holland?
Reindeer jerky or some shit. In 2021, the FTC started looking into complaints by consumers and McDonald's franchise owners who claimed that they were losing money on soft-serve machines that were constantly breaking down. And see, that's also kind of one of the effed up things. See, a franchise actually has a lot of benefits, but then part of one of the detriment or the cons is the fact that you have to deal with some of the proprietary stuff, like said ice cream machine, and then only so many only one company is authorized to build it or prepare it. But you do get like free advertising and this and that.
You do get the other business, the other perks that bring people into your bloody store.
It's like Dutch, do they have Chick-fil-A over there? Because let me tell you what, it's hard to get a Chick-fil-A franchise, but once you do, all you gotta do is just sit there
and watch the cars come up. Just another version of the company shop pizza, local Italian, $10. Ooh.
Sauté dish, and that will fill you for 2 days.
Capsulon.
Okay, so is the local Italian? Are there actually Italians over there?
No, they don't.
No Chick-fil-A. Oof, I don't know what you.
Yeah, you need to get Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, Capsulon. What is Capsulon?
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, I know you don't have that. Yeah, what is
sauté? Sauté. Is that anything? Is that anything like kebabs?
What is Sadie?
Is that like kebabs or something? Because I do can tear me up some. Yep, they're actually Italians. Well, because I'm asking, because we have a authentic New York Italian pizzeria over here, and they're Hispanic. It's good pizza, don't get me wrong, but
they do good pizza.
They're Hispanic, so it's like half the ice cream companies in the UK were started by Italian immigrants. Satay is Indonesian chicken or pork.
Oh, that sounds tasty.
It does sound tasty. So, what's the capsulon? Is that kebabs? Kabong.
So it's not. So Rodri, if it's started by Italians, then it's not ice cream. They call it
gelato.
Yes, it's gelato. Don't go to Italy and say, "Give me an ice cream." They'll be like throwing shit at you.
Fries covered with shawarma. Oh, okay. Now that I could tear up. Fries covered with shawarma.
Covered with cheese and salad.
Okay, get rid of the salad, but yeah, the shawarma and the cheese. Oh hell yeah, I'd be all over that shit. That's almost kind of like a poutine, kind of. It's a little different, but
that's Canadian thing, isn't it?
Yep,
poutine.
That's fries with cheese curds and gravy, and sometimes I'll put something on top like a bacon or a short rib.
Other toppings and stuff. Short ribs. Oh.
We had something like a capsulon over here. Remember, it was down on the creek. Remember that? We went there. It was
remember Donner. It's a Donner.
Donner. Is that the same thing?
Donner something. Yeah, they still have that. That's still down there.
And post them. Maybe I can find a few vids. Yeah, Donner's is that the same thing, right? Because that was the same thing. Where it's fries, and
you put stuff,
meat and stuff, and then a great cheese curd or something.
I think so.
But that place is gone. But yeah, we had something like that.
Oh, they're not there anymore?
I don't think so.
Oh, that was good.
That was good.
We need to go back there. So anyway, I know all this talk about food.
I know.
I got a rumbly in my tumbly. So my thing is that how can you have a company? Yeah, it's a bit like Donor, but not the same. Okay,
similar, but yeah. Well, that was kind of our thing. We had Donner here, but
how can you have a company, a multi, probably close to $1 trillion company like McDonald's, and they have, so that's my first question is how can you have all these idiots? Their ice cream machines are breaking. Well, it's like, where are you getting? All right, we know who's making the ice cream machines. We don't need to go any further than. So, Donna kebabs.
What is that?
I had dreadful vision. Donna kebabs, or what?
Yeah, what is Donna kebabs?
I don't know. What is Donna kebabs? This poor girl. Who is Donna kebabs?
Was that a singer back from the 30s?
Did she play the lute or the pan flute?
Skin flute.
Rodri. So that's my thing. It's like how, and then to tell your franchisees, it's like you can't. Okay, so you can have a guy that's right next door to you that repairs all types of kitchen equipment or whatever, and he's like, I can fix your ice cream machine just like that. All you need is like this piece. We're not allowed to. McDonald's says that we have to wait for this company out of frickin' Walla Walla, Washington, to fly out here to get us that piece and put it on there. It's like, so that just does, that part of it doesn't make any damn sense. So that's one thing. But then the second thing is, who gives a shit? Like you said, I don't go to McDonald's for ice cream. If your ice cream machine breaks down, then just don't have ice cream.
But right. So here's my thing, though, right? So if you own a company, if you own the company that makes the machines and are the only ones that do the repairs, obviously you do not have the resources to repair the machines. Why not let another company come in as long as you don't lose the business you have? Or why haven't you expanded
right
in business to where you could cover more of these regions? Because obviously you're not doing a good job, because, I mean, it is well known that these ice cream machines break and nobody is here. Is nobody there to fix them?
Right. Exactly. And the last thing, going back to the crux of the story, the last thing you ever want to do with anything like this is getting the federal government involved. They can't even change a damn tire, or I don't know what they can do right, but they can't. What are they going to do? There's nothing they can do. It's a private company. You know, they got their own thing set up. It's not like a monopolization. This digital copyright thing. Good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
That deals with a lot of like software.
That's even a whole
shit.
That's a whole nother life unto itself.
Right. So, but it's like I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it.
Contract out to a third party that you know that they're doing the machine fixing, but they go through you, and you get a piece of everything that they do.
Right.
It's not rocket scientists, you jackasses.
Exactly. And and if McDonald's does have if there's a monopoly that McDonald's has on that ice cream machine and service or whatever, that's another animal. Then you could take McDonald's to court, and for holding off on having that monopoly or whatever. But it has no bearing. The federal government should have. All right, we understand that they're doing this because they don't want to deal with all the other shit. We get it. They can't deal with all the other shit.
Oh yeah, like Israel and Hamas, Chinese trade,
right? The
Haiti gang wars, cartel.
And if you just saw here, we got our comrade Putin just got voted back into office for another 6 years.
Well, that's nice. I'm glad. He must have campaigned really hard.
Yeah, I'm sure the Russian people really. So, but yet. Let's bring the government in to handle our ice cream machines. You know what?
Because that's really where that's really where the most important thing really it lies.
If I was, you know what I would do if I owned a local ice cream shop or the Dairy Queen, I'd have a food truck. I have an ice cream truck, and I pull up right outside McDonald's with here you go. You want a soft serve cone? Here you go. My machine works. And start selling it right out there in the parking lot.
Yeah. Give me a summary of what we're talking about. We're talking about the broken ice cream machines at McDonald's, and now the federal government of the U.S. is starting to get involved. The Federal Trade Commission is starting to get involved about getting these fixed when they have no business even dealing with private industry.
Yeah, they can't fix their own shit.
Yeah, that's what I find so amusing is that they're going to get involved in shit and they can't even run a lemonade stand.
Yeah. So
I didn't really think. You can ask anything you want. Now whether or not we answer,
yes.
But my thing is, I thought maybe, of course, I really think we were going to give the time. Maybe they would vote on the time. Thing again.
No,
because it started popping up about asking again. What's the problem? What does it do? It doesn't affect your business. It doesn't affect. So turn the son of a bitch back.
And how hard is it? That is something that you could that'd be a rare thing. You could probably get a consensus on the majority to vote on it to say, okay, yeah. So I don't know.
And you know what? At least then we would say, oh shit, at least it did something.
Yeah. Finally. They haven't done within the past 10 to 15 years.
It's ridiculous.
Dynamite, we're still waiting.
I think it's supposed to be, I'm going to say Dynamite.
But I tell you what, going back to McDonald's.
Yes.
I was floored when I went to McDonald's in Tokyo. It's like, I know. I tell you what, that was the best cheese quarter pounder with cheese I ever had in my life.
Yeah, can I get a quarter pounder with cheese and fries?
There they come.
No, quarter pounder. Never mind.
So anyway, so you walk. So it's in Tokyo, and you walk, and there's a person there, young lady was out there with a clipboard, and you walk up, and she tells you what queue to go to. she actually points to where there's like a counter person available. So you go up to them and you place your order, and they give you they give you like a number. So you go sit down, and while you're doing that, they're making your shit fresh. Your hamburger's fresh, and your fries are fresh. They brought the tray up to you. They found me up on the second floor, brought the tray out, and the stuff was like steaming hot. And I mean, it was just like fresh off the grill. It was amazing.
Oh, so he's like, Israel, Hamas war. Hamas are terrorists, so why the things with Palestine? I don't understand.
Oh, I think what he's saying is Hamas is terrorists, so why are they doing
so why is
against
Israel messing with Palestine?
Because Hamas is Palestinian.
Yeah.
And they're mixed. Hamas is unfortunately mixed themselves in with the Palestinians.
So the Palestinians actually voted in Hamas administration. So Hamas is actually running, as far as the government and administration is actually running Palestine. And then Hamas,
they were voted to run Gaza.
Yeah,
the PLO or the Palestinian
Liberation
or whatever they call themselves now, the Authority, Palestinian Authority. They were running the West Bank and other stuff, but the people of Gaza, quote unquote, voted for Hamas to run
probably the same way that the Russians voted for Putin.
It was also the last election they had in Gaza.
Correct.
Yes.
So Hamas has been running, like you said, Gaza, and then they went in and they kidnapped a bunch of Israelis and they killed them. And so then Israelis said, okay, you rat bastards, now we're going to take your ass out. So then Hamas actually, who are terrorists, by the way, let's not
sugarcoat
that. They're a terrorist organization. So then they just embedded themselves in hospitals, schools, everything else. I mean, there's films you can see where Israelis went in as like dressed as like women to go into these schools so they could take out Hamas.
Right, and the hospitals too.
And the hospital.
Because
that's what I meant. Hospital. Instead of just bombing the whole hospital, which everybody's pissed off saying Israelis are bombing all these things. Well, they're trying to go in and root out Hamas.
War is war. War's ugly. Unfortunately, innocent people are gonna die. It's terrible, but it sucks. But get rid of Hamas. Turn them in, and it would stop. But anyway, I like Roger. You can prize the ice cream machine from my cold dead hands. Oh wait, it's not cold anymore.
That's right. It's nothing but liquid now.
Yes, it's syrup.
It's just falling. It's just falling through.
But you know what? I would be pissed. Go back to McDonald's real quick. I would be pissed if I went in there because I like my Shamrock Shake just right now for St. Patrick's Day. And if they didn't have my Shamrock Shake,
you and your mint.
I like my minty stuff. I like mint.
I don't like mint. I mean, I like peppermint, but I don't like mint things.
Peppermint.
Learn to make ice cream. That's right. Thank you. They have it now where you can just go to Walmart and buy one of those little ice ball or ball. You put ice and just.
I know. You know what's funny? Years ago, a guy I worked with, he came up to my house, and he had his little son, and he brought this like little ball ice cream maker, and he's like, go out and play with this. So the kid's out there kicking the ball around the yard, and he's like, see, not only is he having fun, but he's making our ice cream for us. So after he got done, he comes back, and sure enough, that damn thing made ice cream.
Never had a sundae ice cream. Not into it.
You never had a sundae?
Sunday's good, especially a caramel sundae with nuts.
Mm-hmm.
He loves these nuts. Oh, licorice ice cream. That's disgusting.
Rodri.
Licorice is gross enough on its own, much less on ice cream.
Oh, licorice ice cream.
That's disgusting. All right.
So you are from U.S.
I am. Well, I mean, we are. We are. Yeah, we're in Maryland.
Yes. We're from France.
Licorice is disgusting.
Yeah, licorice. I don't mind. I don't mind having a little bit of Good and Plenty or something.
So let me tell you this:
like that.
black licorice is gross.
Yeah.
Now I've had some like red or some other different kind of flavor licorice from like Australia. It's supposed to be some new thing now.
Montana.
Well,
Too much country out there. Too cold too.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind the country,
But it's cold.
if it wasn't for the cold.
Cuz don't like snow.
And I don't like people. If you can get me away from both, I'd be like, awesome.
Get me out on a Pacific island somewhere by myself.
Something.
Double salt. Double salt what? Double salt licorice? Are we still on licorice or?
Yeah, are we still? Are we talking about licorice?
Are you talking about Dutch?
I think Dutch has started his
St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day. I think he's too
Yeah, double salt licorice.
No,
Ooh.
never heard of it.
That does double salt and licorice.
Is it salty or is that just
A name for it.
a name for it? But they kind of make it because I do like sea salt caramel.
We even have a liquor called Drop Shot licorice drink. Yeah, we have liquor that tastes like.
No, we got
licorice.
like ouzo and sambuca and shit.
You get triple salt licorice too. Triple salt?
I want to ask if people are happy and feeling why
They consume liquors.
liquors. This is licorice, not liquor.
Yeah, it's licorice. It's a candy, or it's it's
And the black licorice is nasty.
Yes. Now they do have, or now we did.
It's like chewing on tree bark.
I know. From my understanding, like black, if you do eat a lot of black licorice or whatever, they say it's not good for you. It's got something in it that you're not supposed to eat a whole lot of.
Nasty taste. That's
Yes.
what's
Besides that, M10 turns your teeth, then it rots your teeth.
Ouzo is great. That's not the same. What you know what I mean? Whatever.
Oh, I do ouzo.
I know it's Greek, but it's the same. It's like sambuca. See, this is what happens when you eat licorice. See the teeth?
Yes. See the teeth falling out.
Gone?
A little
Gone,
skull
gone.
there had too
See
much
that?
candy.
I did that myself. You know,
It ended up at cancer. Cancer is a time bomb. That's true. But it is also amazing how many cancers they can treat now compared to even 10 to 20 some years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So there was just an article. There was just something, as a matter of fact, Mr. Dynamite, I just saw this morning, a young man had stage 4 colon cancer, and he got cured of it and survived. So that was unheard of.
But
years ago.
Where the hell was the cure when Ryan James Dio had it?
No shit.
Sons of bitches.
Well, he had didn't he have stomach cancer?
He had stomach cancer.
Yeah. So
That was
anyway.
probably a little bit different. But yeah, that's why we give. Excuse me. My wife and I give to St. Jude's every month.
yes, love St. Jude's.
So just for the kids, they're still fighting cancer
Kids,
with
yes.
these little chitlins.
Yes, they have to at least experience some part of life yet. They have to at least become an adult to start becoming miserable. It's like the rest of it.
Well, you think about it though. If you had childhood cancer, or whatever, and you've gone through it and you're cured, and you went through all that bullshit,
Yeah, you're good.
man, the rest of your life ain't nothing but gravy there.
You're right. You're absolutely right because you have that perspective. It's like,
Yeah.
wait,
It's less costly than the medicine. Well, yeah, because the money's not in the cure; it's the treatment.
yes,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're not gonna cure it because then what's left?
well, something will pop up. They have to wait for something else to pop up that they can
Or create it.
or that too that they're doing
Or
over.
create it. Create their own.
That'll be a topic for another show.
Well, apparently, China is apparently pretty good at
Did
that.
you hear? See, that's the thing. I have to. I mean, we might actually do that later down the road as a topic. I have to do a little bit more diving into it. But supposedly, they're already working on another variant in China of COVID that there is absolutely no. It will kill. It basically kills you. once it will go, once it's released, it will go, and there's not, it's like there's nothing they can do. And they're actually making this. They're inventing this there, and supposedly also we can come up with a vaccine or whatever in the future. Stay tuned. I saw this and it was like, that's some scary shit.
See, it's going to mutate, and this is where the zombie apocalypse happens.
Mm-hmm. And if everybody reads Cousin's books, you're going to know exactly what to do.
It's a handbook on what to do, how to survive a zombie apocalypse.
Watch the first 2 seasons of The Walking Dead and read Cousin's books. And if you're stuck in a shopping mall, go watch Dawn of the Dead, which are having the 45th anniversary viewings coming up in April. Can you believe 45 years
for
that movie was made 45 years ago? Dawn of the Dead. That's crazy. We're old.
I think I saw it when I was 10.
That's crazy. We saw it last year, the year before, in 3D. I know you will be alone.
Can't talk to people like you, or just can't express yourself.
How to treat loneliness when you can't talk to people like you, when you know you will be alone.
You don't have the same mind. You don't have to have the same mind as somebody else.
Nope.
I mean, that's the whole benefit.
I'm with you, Dutch. I couldn't kid. I was close when I was doing yoga, but
yeah.
I never.
Now I might be able to blow my belly button, but that's as far as.
Yeah, Dynamite, you got to be your own Don't fall into groupthink. Be your own person.
You don't have to have the same. I mean, that's the thing. You know, one of these days, I think we found out that he was like a teenager last time, or young.
Yes.
I am asking a question. So how?
I bet you have an El Paso, Rodri.
That's not Roger's yoga. That's just a good Saturday night.
Hey, Dutch, have you ever heard the sun salutation? That's the moon salutation. You go the opposite way. Anyway.
Well, Dynamite, I can't tell you. The only thing I can tell you is this. There's a philosophy I go by, and it is it's live for yourself, help those you can, treat people with respect, and always be your own hero, because people will eventually let you down. So basic life story is, real quick, once you're cool with yourself, and once you have confidence in yourself, you can deal with anybody else. And then at that point, you don't really give a shit what everybody else thinks. Doesn't mean you can't have friends. Doesn't mean you can't. But at the end of the day, it means nobody influences you to the point where you do something you don't want to do, or in a position you don't want to be in.
Yeah, and whatever you do, especially, I think you said you were young, don't get the hell off of social media. You know, don't hang out on social media, because
except for this.
Yeah, except for this show. But don't hang out, but don't take all your advice and stuff from social media, because they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Oh, that's a deep one. So the point is, you need, so as a father, and being a father in a girl's life, you set the boundaries and you let her know what's actual love and what's actually bullshit. And the fact that she has to, what do you say? She has to set her own respect, or has to define what her own respect is. And because I know my daughter is not doing that kind of shit, so she understands that. And as a father, and plus I think she also doesn't want to disappoint me, knowing that you got to set boundaries. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So at the end of the day, your kids are going to do what they want to do when they get older and as adults, because, I mean, you can't be there 24/7, but if you set the boundaries and they know where you stand on everything, then they know how to what's right and what's not, what's wrong. If the world is money, then why not OnlyFans?
Well, I mean, but that's the easy.
For people who don't have self-respect for anything else.
Yeah, that's an easy out too.
Or don't want to put the time and effort to actually do something worthwhile as a job. If I have the body, which obviously do not, and I was a woman and I could just take my top off and make a couple hundred dollars or whatever, I'm sure there's women out there that can. But
and you said, Rodri, well, it's not money. There's a lot of other important things. So there's other way. Yeah. This whole thing, see that Dynamite, that also goes back to all these people that are on YouTube and stuff that are quote unquote influencers that have to have like 1 million followers or whatever. I have 1 million friends. No, you don't. You don't have 1 million friends. You have 1 million complete strangers that follow you. You know, they're not your friends.
And if you were dropped off the show or stop doing it, they wouldn't give a shit.
No, they move on to somebody else. So
Dynamite, are you a boy or a girl? I don't think we've established it. Did we establish that?
No, I don't think.
Are you male or female? You boy or girl?
My flesh. Oh, that's true. All of our flesh one. Not mine, because I'm going to be buried above ground. I'm in a mausoleum. I'm in a crypt.
Male. Okay. Yeah. So why they go to? I mean, and part of the thing is if there's people to buy it, people are going to sell it. Now, I mean, but at the end of the day, let's say they do it when they're in their the early 20s. Then all of a sudden they get 26 or so, and then they want to start a family and they want to get married. That shit's out there. And then when you're going to explain that to your husband, and then what happens if your wife? And what happens if your kids see it?
Exactly.
And I'm like a boy. Let's say I'm a young boy. I'm 7 or 8, whatever, and I see my mom's ass and
right. Or
boobs
I got
and stuff out there. I'm like,
or not only would I see it, but then my friends come up to me. All of a sudden, it's like your friends are starting to want to stay over at your house, and it's like, why are you all suddenly interested in coming to my house, dude? Your mom is. You should have seen your mom online. It's like, ew. And you're right, Dutch. Sex sells. And so, look, he says sometimes I'm buying. Look at Rodri though. I will charge people to not show them my body.
I'm the same way.
I start off naked, and then they have to start paying me to put my clothes back on.
That's right. It's like a hostage situation.
That's awesome.
It's like, look, I'm gonna keep running around my clothes off if you guys don't start paying ransom.
I mean, the internet, the biggest e-commerce business on the internet is porn. Hands down. And everybody knows there's so many porn sites out there or whatever. It's so many make money or whatever. But you just got, it's like Cuz said, it's the whole self-respect thing. It's like, that's an internal decision that all those people have to make, and the repercussions of doing stuff like that. So that's their own journey. And you got to make that decision. If you want money or self-respect, or both.
Some people have a hard time making that distinction, but at the end of the day, they've always shown that people who get into that stuff or does this or does that, they're not happy long.
Right.
Even if they're happy at all. They might be satisfied because they're making a shitload of money, but at the end of the day, they find out that they're not.
Well, it's like Roger said, money's not everything. They realize money's not the answer to all your problems.
Right. You gotta find your stuff. Do a podcast.
Yes.
Something.
So one that's better than this one. But when someone wants to do something illegal, something against the law, the other person's scam, is it a scam? And it is illegal. Yes, it is a scam, and it is illegal. That's what they call cyber. The word escapes me, but yes, it is against the law. So, Dynamite, if you have somebody that's trying to do that to either you or somebody you know, that is illegal, and you can turn them in and get them in trouble. So there you go.
I tried it I said, here's naked pictures of Brad Pitt, and I showed up, and then they said, that's
that's catfishing.
Yeah, obtaining money with deception. Yep, it is a crime.
Well, and also
at least over here it is. Other countries, I have no clue.
What do they? I'm trying to. I don't know. I think all I talk about food's got my brain all. Yeah. All I'm thinking about now is that quarter pounder with cheese and those fries and the doner kebabs or whatever. Anyway,
if I told you you can become smart like Newton or Albert Einstein, you want to be. You can, if you study, yeah. But not everybody.
Not everybody's going to go that, yeah, because they're born. People like that are like born special. The rest of us are just average Joes that just just make it through life.
Yeah. Let me put it to you this way, and then I think we're getting ready to roll. So I manage a cyber security shop for the government, whatever. All right, so I have like 60, 70 people. Okay, the point is this: everybody that works there, everybody that works for me or whatever else, everybody has value, right? Some guys are like programmers and developers, and they're super smart, right? But then they can't think outside that hole. They're like, hey, I'm working on this, but how does it work with everything else? Then I got other people who are very good at what they call integration, integrating what they're doing with all the bigger systems, and so forth and so on. So everybody that works there has value and provides value, right? So you don't have to be, the best at this because there's something you can be over here, or best at that because something you can be over here. So at the end of the day, is just find something that you're good at, something you enjoy, and you'll provide value to somebody. They'll see it.
Scam people want to hack someone. Discord hacker servers have made businesses normal scam. This is done in normal capitalism. Well, if you're talking about hacking into somebody's system, that's something that's called against the law. Selling drugs selling illicit drugs is a part of capitalism too, but that doesn't make it legal just because it's capitalism. Old Navy saying about some smart folks.
They can calculate the area of a ship's door but can't open it.
Going back to quarter pounders, I still don't get it. I've had some crazy big burgers in America, fast food places, both in the U.S. and on U.S. bases. Well,
apparently he's not a big McDonald's fan.
He doesn't like McDonald's. How about Wendy's, Dutch?
It's not so much about a big burger. It just has the right amount of grease, the right amount of flavor, and then it's awesome.
Yes, and then of course the fries. Nobody beats McDonald's fries, in my opinion. There's something. I think they put crack in their grease that they bake them in because this shit's just good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Have I had better burgers than McDonald's? Yeah,
yeah.
But every once in a while. All right. Why does it get a blue thing?
I don't know.
What is that?
It's like you clicked on it and it's like stuck.
Oh,
there we went.
Whoa.
There we are. But anyway,
I learn cybersecurity and many. Yep. So yeah, I tell you what,
it's good to get into.
It is, and it'll make you money, and you can get a job anywhere.
Yep, even overseas.
We don't have Wendy's or Popeyes and all that. Oof, Popeyes is good. Popeyes makes a mean bird.
All right, enough of the food talk.
All right, yeah, we got to go and hit us some. McDonald's here is like a soggy lump of gristle with lettuce. Oh, yeah, that's not over here.
Well, that's good.
And plus, it's the fries.
Yeah. I love the fries.
The McDonald's fries is badass.
Raji, you know what's funny, Raji? I'll say this before we leave. Went to London. My only time went to England. Went to London, downtown London. We were looking for a place to eat. Where do we go? TGI Fridays. Because we didn't trust any place else. Because
you didn't go fish and chip shop?
That when we went to Scotland. When we went up to Edinburgh, we got the fish and chips in the newspaper.
There ain't no fish and chips in London?
Well, no, we just went to TGI Fridays.
Some mushy peas?
So that was when they were having the mad cow scare too, and I wanted my burger medium rare. You should have seen the look I got from my waiter. I'm like, Give me that cow. That cow better be mooing still. He's like, we got mad cow going on up here.
So what about your communism heavy metal? Yeah, we're writing songs. We're writing songs now. I don't know if we got a song yet specifically about defeating communism, but it's one of the things.
Defeating the devil.
Yes.
The devil.
Yes.
So.
As a matter of fact, I know we're not doing updates, but since you asked, we actually have our next song From Reap to Light is actually with our engineer at Spectral Fire Studios, and he is in the process of mixing it now. So,
Rodri, don't give up your day job.
Yeah.
That is exactly. Like communism heavy metal tractor.
Yeah.
So yeah, or it could be a combine.
It could be a combine. So yeah, so the next song is actually in the works, being mixed and mastered, and once it's done, we'll see when we're going to release it. And it is the first song with our new lead singer, Melanie.
There you go. Very good.
So,
all right,
look for that. So that's all I got.
That's all I got.
All right. So, so are we doing every other week?
Yes.
All right. So we're looking to do this every other week, not every week. So we'll be back. And hey, so anything you want to find out or talk or do whatever, go on Discord. Everything's going to be on Discord. That's where we're going to have everything. So make sure you go to Discord. So
now that is Easter weekend, so we might have to do it on a Saturday.
31st?
Yeah, 31st is Easter.
Is it?
Yep. 31st is Easter this year. So well, we already know. Well, we'll see what. Because for those that you don't know, we got Perception Theory with Cuz and his special guest, the artist formerly known as Texie and Evil Ed. So one way or the other, we'll be on. Maybe we'll have to do next weekend just so we skip over Easter.
Oh yeah. So all right. So just
stay tuned.
Your Discord link is expired. What?
No, it's not.
What are you talking about?
It's still there.
It should be there.
You might have the wrong address.
Or I will.
Or the link. Maybe he's talking about the link that's on the website or something.
I don't know. I'll double check it and put it into the comments below. All right. So that's all I got. And
thanks everybody for the talk, the conversation. You were great.
Yeah. Like I said, there's still humor, but we're trying to get a little bit more into what's really going on and not just truckload of dildos flipping over and and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So,
all right. So there you go.
That's right. So Rodri and Dutch, make sure that you tell Hell and Swedish. Well, like why Swedish never comes on? Ain't like Swedish has got anything else to do.
And Dynamite, maybe come on earlier next show, and that we will have a little bit more time that we can answer a lot more of your questions because you seem like you're a very inquisitive young lad.
Inquisitive.
Yes. So, but we got to we've already been on for almost an hour and a half, so just make sure you're with us next time. Just watch on Discord, and you'll find out exactly when we're back on again.
Yeah.
It's either next weekend or the weekend after.
And we're trying to come earlier, or like we went on at 2. We'll probably be here next weekend, so we can miss Christmas. I mean,
Christmas,
Easter. Haven't seen anywhere Hell.
Yeah, Hell told us 2 weeks ago in our last Back to Bedlam show that she was done with.
She's done with everybody's Discord and everything else.
Yeah, so we might be a little bit tricky to get a hold of her.
So I'll let you guys know. I'll put it in the comments or whatever else and let you guys know make sure that I get the right link.
Yeah, Dynamite, however you're commenting now on this with you through YouTube or whatever, just go to the same page. Cuz will update the links.
I'll update it. I'll make sure the links are on.
So there you go.
Yep. That's just the link here. So go bang on Hell, find out what she's doing. Get Swedish. Ain't like Swedish ain't got nothing else to do. Maybe a couple other ones, but
Davisaurus.
Keep the mods over on that other side, because
don't need that.
All right, so that's
All right.
all I got.
All right, guys. Thanks again. Have a happy St. Patrick's Day. I know it's evening there for most of you all, so have a good evening.
Oh, she did? She signed out and unfriended, like, everybody? Even Songs and Thongs? Wow.
Well, maybe she's just taking some time off.
Roger,
She disconnected herself.
Roger, you piss her off again?
Well, she said she was going to do that 2 weeks ago. She was cutting the cord. I mean, it's kind of good for her, but she'll be back. They all come back.
All right. So, yeah, just check Discord. I think we'll probably be back next week and then skip the following week. But just double check, and we'll let you know. And we'll double check the time. But I think we're going to go on 2 just so we can get earlier for everybody. Because, Roger, he's, his bedtime, he needs to get the early bird special tomorrow.
Exactly.
So, anyway, don't know if she's still in touch with us.
Yeah, yes, they do, Dutch Lover. They always come back. They can always come back to their master.
And hopefully, maybe next week we'll have. Well, no, we won't.
That's what I mean.
Evil Ed's going to be gone next week too.
Yeah, he's got with his
and
wand.
You know what? Now that you say it, that's going to be 3 weeks. Because Easter he's not going to come. So that's going to be like, all right. Well, hey,
we'll figure it out.
You'll get us 2. If you get Evil Ed,
2, 3, 4,
then just think of that as.
Don't want to burn up in the sunlight.
But you need to get to Denny's for the early bird special.
Yeah, and get back
before it goes to actual
breakfast or whatever.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
The total price.
Then you can get back in your coffin. Get back in the crypt. All right, everybody.
We're out, and I will see you guys next week, I think. But double check.
Yes.
And
see y'all later.
Bye.
Have a good week.
Right,
God bless.
Hold on, I gotta find my buttons again.
Find your buttons.
Find my buttons. All right. See ya.